Sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf. Because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! To all the boys and girls of the world, Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes. Merry Christmas to one and all as we get closer and closer to Christmas Day. Oh my goodness, I am getting so excited. And here on the SantaClausSays.net show, we do three things to get you ready for Christmas. First of all, we spread some Christmas cheer by having some funny jokes, and Sprinkles, our elf, helps us to have some fun as well. And the second thing we do is we read an adventure story about Santa Claus, and then we also read letters to Santa. It's all these things to bring good cheer into your life at Christmas time. We come to you every day at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in a live stream on YouTube. And then we also come to you on Facebook and then on Apple Podcast and on Spotify Podcast. And then at our website, which is SantaClausSays.net. And that is the place where you can get our free gift to you, the Santa Claus Says coloring book. And we hope that you go there and download that special gift that we have for you. We do have two special programs coming up very soon now. On Christmas Eve, December 24th, we have the special reading of the story The Night Before Christmas, and all through the house we read that wonderful story. And then on Christmas Day, December 25th in the morning, we read the first story, the greatest story ever told, the story of the first Christmas from the Bible. It's called the Nativity Story, and we hope that you would join us for all those times as well. We want you to know that our word for today is joyful hearts. Joyful. And we also, we celebrate joyful hearts, having joy in our hearts during the Christmas season. And then part of what we do is we have a calendar, which we put an ornament every day for the Christmas season until the entire tree is filled with ornaments. And our ornament today will represent joyful hearts. And we'll do that at the end of our show here today. Well, there's the glockenspiel, boys and girls, which means it's now time for Santa Claus's jokes of the day. Why did Mrs. Claus get mad at Santa? Because he came home in the middle of May. What's the difference between Santa and a knight? One slays a dragon, the other drags the sleigh. Oh, my goodness. But there's the glockenspiel, boys and girls, and now it's time for our segment about Christmas around the world, and today we're talking about Christmas in Italy. Buone Natale in Italy is what they call it. Children look forward to a friendly witch named La Benefa, who brings gifts on January 6th, and she flies on her broomstick and leaves candles, candies, and goodies for good children. Italians love to set up nativity scenes called presepi with tiny figures of the Holy Family and of animals. On Christmas Eve, families enjoy a big seafood dinner followed by delicious sweets like panettone, a fruity bread. At midnight, many people go to church for a special service. Christmas in Italy is full of love, lights, and laughter. Yeah, what a wonderful story, boys and girls. We have children from around the world who tune into SantaClausSays.net, and ask your friends to join us as well. The glockenspiel means it's time for Santa Claus's adventure story of the day. This is a story of kindness. If you've missed any of our prior chapters about this story, you can go back to our previous episodes of Santa Claus Says at SantaClausSays.net, and you can catch up to the story. And then today, the story of kindness is all about Santa Claus, who was a substitute teacher, and now we're in chapter 21, as Santa Claus is now getting ready for Christmas. It's called Christmas Preparations. Let's begin. Back at the North Pole, December was in full swing. The workshop hummed with activity as elves worked around the clock. Santa was back in his element, checking lists, visiting workshop stations, and ensuring everything was perfect for Christmas Eve. But it took time each evening to check on Emma and her friends. He had special ways of seeing what happened in places he cared about, and he watched with pride as the changes he had started continued to grow. The kindness tree now extended across an entire wall, leaves added daily. The project had spread beyond Mrs. Smith's class, and other teachers had adopted it, and the whole school was participating. Emma had blossomed remarkably. She joined the art club and was helping younger students with drawing projects. Her confidence had grown, and while she was still quiet by nature, she was no longer trying to be invisible. She was being herself. Jingle, Santa called one evening, that's his elf. Please make sure Emma gets everything on her Christmas list this year and add something extra, a professional art set with every supply a young artist could need. Already done, boss, Jingle said with a smile. I also added books about famous artists who overcame challenges. Perfect, Santa nodded. And the other children from the class? All taken care of, Jingle confirmed, though I noticed something interesting. Their lists have changed since you visited. Many asked for things to share with others or donate. Marcus asked for musical instruments to donate to the school music program. Sophia asked for books to give to the school library. They're thinking beyond themselves now. Santa's eyes twinkled with pride. That's the magic of generosity. Once you experience the joy of giving and kindness, you want to do it more of it. Mrs. Claus entered carrying a folder. The letters from Mrs. Smith's class, which had magically appeared on Santa's desk that morning. Nicholas, you need to read these. Every single one of them is beautiful. Santa spent the next hour reading through the letters, and his heart swelling with each one. And when he reached Emma's letter, he had to pause to wipe away a tear because her letter was just so special to him. When he read Emma's letter, he had to pause to wipe his eyes, and because her change from the sad little girl who'd written that she didn't deserve presents to the confident young person who believed she deserved good things, that was the real magic of Christmas. Belle, Santa called, I need you to create something special. I want to send something back to the classroom. Not to Santa, they can't know it was me, but as Mr. Winters. What should it include? Belle asked. Santa thought carefully. A letter thanking them for their kindness, and letters telling them how proud he is, and maybe a book for the classroom library about spreading kindness signed by Mr. Winters. That night, Santa worked on the letter himself, writing in Mr. Winters' careful script, thanking each child and encouraging them to continue their growth. He enclosed a book about kindness with a personal message inside about carrying kindness forward. Well, that ends the story, boys and girls. The glockenspiel tells us that. It ends us this chapter. We'll come back with another chapter of this story tomorrow, so you don't want to miss that here on SantaClausSays.net. Well, the glockenspiel also means it's time for our letter to Santa. Our letter today is from Carter, who's 8 years old. Dear Santa, I am Carter, and I have a big wish. Can you bring me a remote control helicopter? I saw one online and think it would be fun to fly. I did my homework every day and try to be nice to my sister, even when she took my toys. Thank you for reading my letter. Merry Christmas. Well, Carter, we will see what Santa Claus always has surprises in store for you and all the other good children. I'm so glad you did your homework and were nice to your sister, even though she may have been a little difficult when she took your toys. But thank you for being patient with her. And thank you for being such a good young man. We'll see. Santa Claus loves to bring you surprises and then also to be ready to share this time together. Remember that Santa Claus loves cocoa and cookies as well. We also want to share with all the boys and the girls of the world that Santa Claus loves to receive your letters and your voicemails and your email. You can send them all to me at SantaClausSays.net. That's where I'll receive them and we'll return a message back to you. And who knows, maybe we'll read some of those letters right here on SantaClausSays.net. Well, the glockenspiel now, boys and girls, means it's time for our word of the day. And the word of the day is joyful hearts. And the idea here is during the Christmas season to be joyful, to sing songs of joy, and to be happy in this season, to share happiness with others. And so we have our star ornament, which we put on our tree, and we just put it on day number 9, which means now we have 8 days left until Christmas. It'll be here before you know it, and we're filling up our tree very, very quickly. The idea is remember to have joy in your hearts, because we love to be with you. Well, the Glockenspiel, boys and girls, means it's just about time to end our story or end our show here today. As you might imagine, Santa Claus has lots of things to get to, and I need to be getting ready for Christmas, which will be here just in a little bit more than a week, so you sit tight. I did want you to know you can always go to our website, santaclaussays.net, and learn everything about us. You can send me a voicemail or email or text message, and you can get our free Santa Claus Says coloring book as well right there. We will be with you again. We do have 2 special episodes. I don't want to forget to tell you about those. On Christmas Eve, we read the story the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Then on Christmas Day, we tell the Christmas story from the Bible. It's called the Nativity story about the birth of Jesus, the very first Christmas. Boys and girls, that means it's about time for us to say goodbye here for this episode of Santa Claus Says. We're very busy getting ready for Christmas. We did want you to know that we love you very, very much. Remember, our word for the day is joyful hearts. And remember the word we always say here at Santa Claus Says. Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes. We'll see you soon, boys and girls. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.
You're special to Santa Claus, just like Sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at santaclaussays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.